Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another young Indian. Right now, we have with us Roshan Ali. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Roshan.
Thank you, Dr. Mathur, for having me in this episode of your Vidpeds. I have been a very passionate audience of your Vidped channel. I have watched like some 10 plus or 20 plus Vidpeds episodes of yours. They are quite interesting. You bring people from different backgrounds, quite young people who really inspire me, uh, who come from a very humble background, who have done a lot of things in their achieved a lot of things in their lives. I am Roshan Ali. Even I belong to a very humble background. I come from a very small town in the state of Karnataka. That's in the southern part of India. Um I started my education in my hometown. We may call it a town because it's only recently that it got to be known as a town. Before it used to be a very small village. Um, I started my education there, and then I completed my high school, and then I got into plus two. Uh, and then the same thing happened with me that happens with a lot of teenagers in India. Like, मेरा बेटा engineer बनेगा.
Yes.
So, so my parents like wanted me to be an engineer. I don't say that they were wrong at that time because I believe that they were just reacting to whatever they have experienced or whatever they have seen in front of their eyes. Then I joined engineering and I had to leave it, unfortunately, because I had my passion and my interest somewhere else. Because at that point I was strongly was trying to become a journalist because it was there where my interest lied. Uh, so after like spending some 3 years uh, like wandering here and there and spending some time in engineering and leaving the engineering and coming back, and like that was a kind of difficult time for me. And then I continued my education. I started pursuing journalism, and it was during journalism education that I accidentally happened to study economics. So it was then I realized that there is something in economics and there is something in me that really connects these two. So I should start studying more and more of economics. And then I went on to pursue my master's in economics in a city that's like some 300 kilometers from my place. I went there. I spent some 2 years there. I studied economics. And then after that, I joined some organization in that city only. And I worked as a research associate in that organization. And at that point, I realized that, yeah, this is something where I belong to. Initially, in those 3 years where I was just struggling to like find some ground, like where I belong to or where should I go or what should I do, because that happens. I have seen with many people who have struggled in that time. They were pushed to some place where they never wanted to go. Uh, um, but fortunately or unfortunately, I just figured out a way to move along with my life. Uh, at that time, I would say that was a formative. That were the formative days of my life. They shaped me like what I am today. At that time, that was a difficult time. Uh, in that time where I had nothing to do, like I left college, I was just wandering here and there, and I had lost like all kinds of interest, all kinds of not at all, no interest in anything. But at that point, I started like reading, reading in the sense whatever I could get, like even if it was some paper or a book or whatever it was. And I was not restricted to any subject or any discipline or anything. I just used to read whatever it was. And like some of the subjects that interested me at that point were history and philosophy. So I read a lot of history books, and there was some philosophical stuff that interested me, especially Francis Bacon.
Mm.
He interested me, his writings and his essays. They were of really a very interesting thing for me. And apart from that, it was at that point I was introduced to a poet, a famous poet. His name is Allama Iqbal.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
a very famous poet,
Yes.
poet of the East.
Yes.
So I was introduced to him, and
Yes.
I read intensively about Iqbal and his writings, his
Mm.
poems, and everything. They just transformed me, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just transformed me, and because after reading his poems only, that I got to see life in a different way. Because in his poems there is a kind of energy that will really like shake you from the bottom of your existence, I would say.
Mm.
If I'm not making it more philosophical, yeah,
Mm.
it will shake you from the bottom of your self.
Right.
Especially his philosophy of khudi, that we say khudi. He calls it khudi, and the rough translation in English would be like somewhat selfhood or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Roshan, just a second. I want to
Yes,
just remind the viewers that he wrote Sare Jahan Se Acha, which everybody in India still sings.
yes,
But,
yes, yes.
so most people don't know that Iqbal wrote Sare Jahan Se Acha.
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा.
Right, that's his
Yeah,
version, right? His song.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So let's
And
go.
interestingly,
Yeah.
yeah, and interestingly, when I figured out that the first book that Iqbal wrote
Yes.
was not on like poetry or something else, the first book he wrote was a book on economics, actually.
Yeah.
That's an interesting, that was an interesting discovery for me.
Yeah.
The title of the book was Ilmul Iqtisad.
Mm.
He wrote it in Urdu
Yes.
because he wanted to introduce the Urdu audience about this subject called economics. Like,
Yes.
what is the subject matter
Yeah.
of economics?
Yeah.
So it was in Urdu. So
Yeah.
I happened to read that, and then I developed that interest in economics, and because I had some background in mathematics and this quantitative stuffs and everything.
Mm.
So initially I started I started developing an interest in the economics, and I studied economics on my own. And during my masters, I would say that I got really some of the best teachers who taught me economics in a very exhaustive way.
Mm.
And I would like to take the names as well, like
Sure,
Professor
please.
Mahesh,
Yes.
yeah, Professor Mahesh, Professor Navita, and Professor Dinesh. So
Yes.
I'll be really thankful. I will be really thankful to these people throughout my life.
Mm.
So after completing masters and doing some research here and there, then I joined Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode. That's in Kerala. It's a premier business school.
Yeah.
Here I work as a teaching assistant. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So here I work as a teaching assistant. Basically, I assist professors in their academic activities in IIMK. So I am working here since 1 year. The life is good. Everything is just moving smooth.
And what do your
So now it
parents
feels
think?
like,
What do you think? What do your parents think? Beta kya ban gaya? What do
So
they
they think like beta professor ban gaya.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say that the parents, yeah, initially they were like they were really upset with me when I left engineering.
Yeah.
As I said, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. As I said, they were just reacting to what they have seen, because at
Yeah.
that time engineers were really making good money and they were
Yeah.
having a good career. They were
Yeah.
enjoying a very good reputation even till today.
Yeah.
Many of my friends who completed their engineering and everything, they are earning much more than me.
Yes.
Yes. And the people or the young people who are listening to me, they should not think that you should always be in a mode ke, I will chase my dreams, I will follow my passions, and I don't listen to my parents, or I don't care what my parents are saying. You should not be doing that, because following your passion may not work in every instance. Recently, I happened to watch an interview of Satya Nadella, CEO
Yeah.
of Microsoft.
Yes.
So he mentioned, when he was a youngster, he was interested in studying economics and political science, and he just wanted to end up in a bank, doing some job in a bank, and he had a passion in cricket and everything. And then his father caught him, and he asked him like, "What are you doing? You should be thinking of moving out of this place." If I'm right, if I recall it right. Then his father pushed him into an engineering school, and rest is, we know what Satya
Yeah.
Nadella is.
Yeah.
So it's not correct to blame parents in every instance. That's what I believe, and that's what I have learned in with this whole journey.
Okay. So right now you said life is good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what's the future?
Future is like I have this a heart ke I should dedicate my life to this academics.
Mhm.
Yeah, I follow people like you who inspire quite young people like us. I even today I read a lot. And Economics is something that I think like youngsters should be focusing more on. We should be studying because economics has like, if I were to say, if someone asked me to define what economics is, even though we are having so many textbook definitions and so much written on economics, sometimes it becomes difficult to define what economics is, because
Yeah, I
you may
understand.
say more authoritatively
So go
on that.
ahead. Tell me your definition.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Here, as a teaching assistant to some of the brilliant professors and some of the star professors here, I get to spend a lot of time with the students in IIM. They are considered some of the smartest minds in India. So I engage with them in discussing economics and a lot of other stuffs from the public policy aspect and from purely theoretical aspect. We discuss a lot of things about economics, and more I discuss, the more and more I engage with these people, and more I get to spend time with the professors. I think that I am in a position where from where I can make a difference with the help of the knowledge or the understanding of the economics I have.
Hmm.
I can make a certain impact in the society, and I am really working on that.
Okay. And where's the money going to come from?
Sorry.
Where is the money going to come from?
Yeah, that's a trade-off actually.
Hmm.
That's a trade-off actually. As I said, the people who completed engineering, my friends who completed engineering, they are making like lot more money than what I make today. But this field gives you a kind of utility that really surpasses the utility that you derive from the money,
Hmm.
if I'm right.
Okay. All right. So, but you can't remain a teaching assistant forever. So,
Right, right.
so what is the next step?
Next step, yeah, next step, I am trying for some research programs, some advanced research programs in economics. I am preparing for them, and I have applied to some of the institutes
Yeah.
around the world,
Yeah.
and I am aspiring to do an advanced research program in public policy or economics.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Because you can, it's a very good launching pad to be in IIMK. It's a launching pad,
Yeah,
but it's not a permanent home,
right, right,
right? It's
right.
not a permanent home. You need a home, right?
Right, right,
This is
right.
like a
So this
bus.
is what, so
This
this is
is,
what I am reminded by my professors every time.
yeah. This is a bus. It's going
Yeah,
somewhere. Where is
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah,
is it
yeah.
going? That's what I'm asking. Right now, I see you are on a bus, but where is the bus going?
Yeah, as I see, like it may this bus may lead to a place, a certain place, like where you are standing today.
Okay, fine. All right. That makes sense. All right. And tell us about, all these wanderings and all you did. You did a lot of readings. I'm glad you did. But any hobbies, entertainment, fun, etc. in your life? I mean, what is it like?
Entertainment, yeah, entertainment in the sense, because in those 3 years, I was living a kind of in a kind of seclusion.
Yeah.
I would say. Even today, whenever I find some accommodation, or when it comes to accommodation or going for some trips or something, I prefer to be alone.
Mhm.
Uh, I enjoy traveling,
Yeah.
uh, and I enjoy reading.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I have a hobby of cooking as well. I enjoy cooking a lot.
So what is it that you are cooking?
Yeah.
There's,
Mm.
what's your favorite food to cook?
My friends say I cook a lot of vegetarian and non-vegetarian stuff, but my friends say that because I have offered them many of the dishes that I cooked, many of my friends say that there is a dish called masala khichdi in India.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that the masala khichdi that I cook is like, that's what these people like.
All right.
I don't, I don't claim that I am a very good cook, or I will cook a best
Hmm.
of the masala khichdi, or
Yeah.
best of the khichdi. But these people like the masala khichdi that I cook.
Okay. All right. That's a great hobby to have. And tell us about your travel. What was the best travel that you've had?
Yeah, the best travel is like traveling all the way from my state, because Kerala is a neighboring state to Karnataka. So
Yes.
the best travel is like traveling all the way from Karnataka to Kerala.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like on my own. I had none to travel with, so I traveled from Karnataka to Kerala. I have been traveling to and forth, and the experience that I have, sorry, the experience that I get traveling, like across Kerala. I have not traveled across the Kerala, but whatever the places I have traveled, this is a kind of like eye-opening moments, I would say.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because traveling, I say that people should travel, because
Okay.
traveling, it broadens your understanding, and it will develop your perspectives, the way you see the world, the way you think about the people.
Mhm.
It will expose you to a different expose you to different cultures, different people. You get to spend a lot of time with the people. As I said, cooking is my hobby, so I'm a kind of foodie.
Yeah.
uh, so currently I'm enjoying Kerala food, actually, a Malayali food, Kerala
Okay.
food.
All right. Ever been to North India?
No,
No.
but
Go
I'm
there
planning.
sometimes. They also have good food.
Yeah, definitely. But I have never missed I have tasted a lot of North Indian dishes, and I
Oh,
would love to have North Indian dishes.
okay. Anything else you want to add here?
Mm, I think that's all.
Okay.
That's all what my mind can recall at this moment.
All right. Okay, good. Then let's end this here today. I'll be back with another young person or an expert or a wanderer. I hope that people learn from Roshan that confusion is not always a bad thing. It is just trying to sort out your life and your
Right,
priorities. And sometimes it takes time to sort it out and uh,
right.
sort it out. It's not a big deal to sort it out. Okay, let's say bye now. I'll be back with another young person. Bye, everybody.